I think of the Image Recovery Center as a huge part of the full recovery, the full bringing back to wholeness of the patient.
Marianne Kelly is no stranger to cancer. Several of her close family members were diagnosed with the disease, and she even survived a brain tumor. Marianne said one of the greatest voids she felt during treatment was the lack of resources she needed to deal with the physical and social issues she experienced. Marianne is a clinical cosmetologist and esthetician, a BOC certified mastectomy fitter, and a certified image consultant. 20 years ago, she started volunteering at the hospital, then later founded the Image Recovery Centers, helping thousands of patients throughout the world look and feel good during and after their treatment.
I'm Dr. Ivana Taviano, and I am Chief of Medical Oncology here at Franklin Square. It's a hard enough experience just going through what you're going through physically, not to be reminded every time you walk past a mirror, oh, I'm a cancer patient. It can never leave your mind. So when you have a wig, when you look good in your clothes, when you have eyebrows and eyelashes, or at least something that looks like that, it makes a big difference in a woman's attitude. You can kind of forget you've had a diagnosis of cancer when you look the same in a mirror, but when your hair starts coming out in clumps and it's clogging the shower drain and it's getting on the pillow, that's a very emotional time. And rather than go through that feeling of I'm falling apart, I say get your hair cut off, and Image Recovery Center does that for free. Get a buzz cut, get over that loss of hair quickly, and then most people take a deep breath and move on. And it's very traumatic initially, but if you're there ready to pick up the pieces and move forward with a wig, then it makes that transition much easier. So I'll never forget a patient who came into my office and she was in tears saying, I have no breasts. She'd had both breasts removed without reconstruction. I have no breasts, I have no hair, I don't even feel like a woman anymore. And she, I of course sent her for breast prosthesis, for hair and makeup, wig, and she came back a different person. She felt feminine again. And you know, breast cancer strikes at the core of a woman's sense of being a woman. And it's very traumatic. But if you can help that with making a woman feel pretty again, that's very, very good for spirit and for ability to fight cancer, to deal with the chemotherapy side effects.
The centers offer educational consultations, makeup, wigs, haircuts, head wraps, breast services, and a full line of cosmetics and skincare products formulated specially for cancer patients.
My name is Dr. Phil Nivadpuman. I'm the medical director of the Kaufman Cancer Center. I think of the Image Recovery Center as a huge part of the full recovery, the full bringing back to wholeness of the patient. I think the Image Recovery Center is critical to the success of the Cancer Center. So much focus has been on the clinical treatment and the cure of patients, but a huge part of a patient's quality of life and psychological recovery is not just their image, but how they deal with side effects and going through their treatment and recovery after their treatment. Our goal is to bring the best possible care here close to home. And I think that's technology, that's expertise, that's comfort, and that's concern for how people look, how they feel, and their psychological recovery. And I think Image Recovery Center is a big part of that.
Consultants prepare patients and their families for physical changes they may experience during the course of treatment and beyond.
My name is Leslie Clark, and I am the manager of the Nurse Navigators and Clinical Programs here at the Kaufman Cancer Center. Well, I think our medical team does a fantastic job, from our physicians to our social workers to our nurses, being able to provide the treatment side effects, if you will, to our patients. But maybe sometimes what we're not so sure of is the cosmetic changes that happen with patients. And I think that's where the Image Recovery Center comes in and is really able to integrate and partner with our cancer center to be able to provide that resource to our clinical team. So we're able to say to our patients and their families, you know, we have this wonderful resource and program here in our cancer center that will be able to provide you with the cosmetic changes and the physical changes that you're going to go through for this treatment. I think the biggest benefit to me, as you know, as a healthcare provider for our patients, is really the scope of services that the Image Recovery Center has to offer, from a one-on-one consultation to their skincare line, to their wigs, to their prosthetics and their fittings, even to their manicures that they do for patients. It's imperative that you have an Image Recovery Center here in your cancer center. We've heard nothing but positive things from the professional staff, to their ability to show them their one-on-one consultations with them, to even bringing in a wig that needs to be cut and then having that placed, and the smiles on their faces when they enter here and they leave. It is just amazing to see.
For more information, go to imagerecovery.com.